Assalamualaikum and hello students. Welcome back to our online class. For today, we are going to learn about comparative and superlative adjectives. What are adjectives? Do you have any ideas? Adjectives describe noun. Adjective can give us information such as the size or age of a noun. For example, small, short, and old. Adjective can also tell us someone's opinion about a noun or describe how someone is feeling. We use comparative adjectives to compare between two nouns. It compares between people, places, or things. It tells us how one noun is different from the other. Meanwhile, superlative adjectives compare three or more nouns. It compares between people, places, or things. It also tells us how one noun is different from the rest. The most common way is to add ER to the adjective when comparing two things, or add EST when comparing three or more things. Now, let us look at this table. For one syllable adjective, we add ER to the adjective. For example, short becomes shorter. If the adjective ends in a consonant, vowel, consonant pattern, we double the final consonant before adding ER. For example, big becomes bigger. For two-syllable adjectives that end in Y, we change Y to I and add ER. For example, hungry becomes hungrier, noisy becomes noisier. For adjective that is two-syllable or more, we use the word more before the adjectives. For example, beautiful becomes more beautiful. Expensive becomes more expensive. Now, let us look at this example. When it is a comparative adjective, which means it is comparing between two things, I add ER at the adjective. So, short becomes shorter. So, I would say, Helena is shorter than John. Next one, we are still comparing between two objects. So, slow becomes slower. Snail is slower than turtle. Moving on to the superlative. For one syllable adjectives, we add the and EST to the adjective. For example, short becomes shortest. If the adjective ends in a consonant, vowel, consonant pattern, we double the final consonant before adding EST. For example, big becomes biggest. For two-syllable adjectives that end in Y, we change Y to I and add EST. For example, hungry becomes hungriest, noisy becomes noisiest. For adjective that is two-syllable or more, we use the word the most before the adjective. For example, beautiful becomes more beautiful, expensive becomes most expensive. When comparing between three persons, the adjective must add with est. So tall become tallest. So I would say John is the tallest among them. Fast become fastest. Crab is the fastest between turtle and snail. Hold on, just like most rules in English, this one has a few exceptions too. The first exception is when an adjective is more than 3 syllables, we add more or most. For example, Aina is more beautiful than Sarah. We cannot use Aina is beautifuler. That is wrong. Lily is the most beautiful. We cannot use Lily is the most beautifulest. It is wrong. The second exception is some words don't follow rules at all. For example, when comparing the adjective good, I don't say good, gooder, or goodest, but I say better and best. When comparing adjective bad, I don't compare with bad, better, baddest. That is wrong. So I would say worse and worst. I hope you know the differences between comparative and superlative adjectives and how to use them in your sentences. Thanks for watching. Goodbye and Assalamualaikum.